I think that'll be January 9th. It'll be the first time that I'm looking to get back into doing the box breaks slot sales. Anyways, this one's just for fun. This one is just for me. All right, so I'm just gonna get right into it because I'm super excited to get into this and don't feel like wasting any more time. So first step here, obviously, as always, is gonna be taking off my wrapper and making sure that I don't damage. I just don't really care if I damage the box, but I do like to kind of keep everything in as good a shape as possible until the next step of ripping and everything, just because I like how the packaging looks. They do a nice job of trying to create a nice product and a nice packaging environment for it. So, anyway, so there's the front, Mr. Connor McDavid. As always, I guess the most sellable face in hockey these days outside of Sidney Crosby. Yeah, there's some notes about the Young Guns. Anyways, I'm just showing off the box because I like the box. All right, let's open her up. Oh, we got some little tape in the front here too. Let's just keep these apart easier. Son of a gun. There you go. Being a little too gentle, I guess. Put you over there. All right, here we go. Let's open this box up. First things first, their sales pitch, free to buy something else. 2021 Synergy Hockey. I don't know, a lot of information. I don't even know if it's a lot. Some information about this set of cards that I don't even know if I have any interest in. Anyway, who cares about that? What we care about is the 8 packages inside here. So let's pull them out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, more than 8, sorry. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think I'm used to thinking of the blaster boxes that have around. No, I think they got 9 packs anyway. All right, this is a lot of packs, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun one. All right, let's not waste any more time. I've already blathered on about my background and cards a little bit, so let's just jump right into the packs. All right, first up we got I never know how to pronounce his name. I've seen it a couple times now. Juicy Saros, National Predators. I got John Tavares. Oh, there we go. First Dazzler. John Tavares of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sometimes these cards sticks together. Josh Gibson, I know I've already gotten that one, of the Anaheim Ducks. David Perron of the St. Louis Blues. Kale Macker for the Colorado Avalanche. And there's our first Dazzler. I like these Dazzlers. They got some kind of fun little coloring on them. And then the back. I mean, the back's not nearly as exciting as the front. Everybody knows that, I suppose. So there we are. First one of those, like them. Let's move these decks over here so I can throw any more of these kind of unique hit cards up on there. All right, Nikita Zaitsev, Ottawa Senators, Lars Eller for the Washington Capitals, and Morgan Riley of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Listen to that there already. Patrice Bergeron for the Boston Bruins. Another checklist, both checklists in here. Nathan McKinnon and Artemi Panarin. That's the checklist card. Got an Upper Deck game jersey for Kevin Hayes of the Philadelphia Phillies. Yeah, it's kind of a sharp looking card. I kind of like that. lot of information in the back game here. Congratulations. Much like the top cards always say. Here's some blah, 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 blah. It's a patch card, so kind of nice. Next up, we got Jordan Bennington of the St. Louis Blues. Brendan Carlo of the Bruins. And the other checklist cards. So both checklists in one pack. And up next, Alec Martinez of the Golden Knights. Connor Garland for the Coyotes. Philip Zadina of the Red Wings. Teuvo Teravainen for the Canes. Oh, here we go. This is a predominant for Nikita Kucherov of the Lightning. I love these cards, actually. These are some of my favorite cards in the set. It's just the coloration. They got the player obviously in nice bright color, and then the background all in black and white. I love the use of foil on this card, and then just the whole setup of it is kind of nice. Let's check out the back here. Yeah, back's kind of sharp too for a back. Yeah, I like it. That's one of my favorite cards from the set so far. That style of card anyway. The Young Guns I mean, obviously they're good cards just because they're the Young Guns cards. I don't find that the style this year is all that, I don't know, inspiring, but it's but they're not bad, but it's not, you know, some of the Topps baseball cards, if you've been watching them, I mean, Topps has kind of got it nailed, especially this year. I really love just about everything they did for the cards and the Chrome cards, so that kind of set kind of a high bar. So so not like the back of the upper decks is kind of a little bit blah compared to that, but the fronts are, you know, they're pretty nice. Anyway, Carter Hart for the Flyers. Pop over my camera. Christian Dvorak for the Coyotes, and Jean-Gabriel Pageau of the Islanders. Maybe I'll just zoom this in a little bit. Quit the challenge to get it open. Nick Leddy, Islanders. Elvis Merzlikins of the Blue Jackets. Baseball players' names are never as difficult to say as hockey players. Peter Moravec for the Hurricanes. Brendan Gallagher of the Canadiens. Here we go, first Young Gun hit. Kiefer Bellows of the Islanders. I'm not ringing any bells when I was checking out the price list the other day, so not quite sure if that's a big hit or not. Anders Lee of the Islanders. Alexander Weinberg for the Blue Jackets. And Martin Nikas of the Hurricanes. Selling like hotcakes, and they're selling for high dollars. And I think Byram, it's got kind of an unusual name. I keep on thinking of him as Brian Bellows, but I think his name is Byram Bellow, something like that. Anyways, from the Avalanche is the looking like I think the second best one in terms of value, and then there's a bunch of others that have some value at the very least. So I got the Byron Bellows one, but I haven't got the Alexander Lafreniere yet. Hampus Lindholm for the Ducks. Jack Eichel, Sabres. Matthew Perreault for the Jets. Got our upper deck canvas. This one is Jonathan Marchessault. I don't know how to pronounce that one because I've heard it before so many times. Of the Golden Knights. Said it before and I'm going to say it again. I am a fan of these upper deck canvas cards. I love the way they feel. They just have that old-fashioned baseball card kind of feel to them in terms of the cardboard. It's a pretty card. The back looks nicer than some of the base set cards here, so I'm all for this one. Big fan of these canvas cards. Not so much for the upper deck same thing. No, this is a canvas. I think they're called portrait. The portraits, I believe, are the ones that have that kind of really 90s look to them. I know some people love them. I'm not crazy about it, but anyway, to each his own. Jeff Petrie for the Canadians. Josh Manson of the Ducks. Carter Hutton, Sabres. And Neil Pionk of the Jets. How convinced you get. Hampus Lindholm for the Ducks. Jack Eichel of the Sabres. Matthew Perreault for the Jets. Pavel Zacha, Devils. Alex Iafello? Oh, this is looking like a French word, I think. Yeah, Variant Francais. Obviously, that's a King's card. So this is one of those French inserts that they've talked about. I'm assuming that if you go to Quebec that all the cards are French. Maybe they do an English insert. I'm not quite sure actually how they do that, but I know that the French inserts are kind of its own parallel, so I'll set that one over there. Oh, Neil Pionk again. I'll set that over here for a second. Jordan Eberle of the Islanders and Erik Karlsson for the Sharks. I didn't think you got doubles when you bought boxes, especially hobby boxes. Let me just go back through here for that other Neil Pionk and see if there's a difference between them. So there they are. They look absolutely identical on the front. There's not like one's a variance. Most of the variances for the upper decks are usually the players in a suit. The back, everything's looking exactly the same. So yeah, the hologram looks the same. Yeah, I don't know, unless I'm missing something. These are exactly the same cards, so I guess it's not true. I guess you can pull doubles in at least in the upper deck hobby box. Huh. I thought one of the beautiful things about hobby box. Bore you guys the details of going through all the cards to see what the doubles are, but maybe I'll update in a future video if I got any more doubles than just that. Phil Kessel, Coyotes. Thomas Hurtle of the Sharks. Ryan Ellis for the Nashville Predators. One of those NHL Worldwide cards. I believe these are exclusive to the hobby set. I've never pulled them out of a blaster and only seen people with hobby boxes pull them in videos. Yeah, I like to make these videos, but I also love watching. I got a few people. If you're on here, you're already looking at my site. Obviously, I'm subscribed to a bunch of other people that do a lot of box breaks, and also like baseball road to the show type videos. I've got a section for my road to the show videos that I do as well. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would be kind of enjoyable, but I really do find it fun to watch people doing those sometimes. Anyway, Zdeno Chara for Slovakia and the Bruins. So one of my worldwide cards, we'll put that one there. We got Denton Heinen of the Ducks. Another card stuck there. We got Zach Sanford for the Blues. Blake Wheeler of the Jets. And Timo Meier of the Sharks. But that's just me. That's kind of the way I go with these things. I'm not one of those slick, kind of fast talking, high energy YouTubers that you see around there. That sometimes they're really good if they're kind of genuine. Sometimes you can't tell. People are kind of putting on a bit of an act, and it's kind of can be a bit much to listen to at points. But this is me. Tuukka Rask, Bruins. Jeff Carter of the Kings. Dylan Dubé for the Flames. Ooh, Young Guns Upper Deck Canvas. I have not seen any of these yet, so I'm not sure if this is exclusive to the hobby boxes or if I just haven't had the good luck of pulling one from a blaster, but or from a tin. But that is a really nice card. The way they write Young Guns on this canvas one, I think it looks a lot nicer than the Young Guns that they put on the regular Young Guns cards. I think this is just a waste looking card. Plus, again, these upper decks canvas cards, just the feel of them. I just huge fan. Can't say it enough. I think that's a fantastic card. That is an upper... Actually, if anybody on here is a Oak Island fan, that's what we would call a top pocket find. For me it is. I don't care what it's worth. Mark Stahl for the Rangers. David Pasternak, Bruins. Bo Horvat for the Canucks. And John Carlson of the Capitals. Moving on. I gotta get through these sets. I fell asleep watching a movie with my kids earlier and woke up at around 2. It's 3:47. Woke up around 2. Put them to bed. And then I was like, I better do this video, because if I don't do the video now, then it's almost impossible for me to do a video during the day. I don't know if I just finished saying how many kids I got, but I got 5. So it's a busy household. So the only time I have to do this is pretty much kind of late-ish at night. I wasn't obviously intending to do this one at 2. I was kind of hoping to start this one around 11 o'clock, but I did get a little bit of sleep ahead of time. So I'm not wiped out doing this. Sean Couturier of the Flyers. Sorry if I'm butchering names. I just, it is what it is. Jacob of the Coyotes. I'll let you take a stab at his last name. Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche. Mark Edward. I thought I've heard this pronounced as Mark Edward Vlasic, but it looks like it's Mark Edward Vlasic. Really nice. It's a good name. And he's with the Sharks. Artemi Zagadulin, Young Guns for the Flames. I'm not putting down the Young Guns cards. I think they actually aren't too bad. They're pretty nice. Just the canvas ones, it's just so much nicer, obviously. A card in the middle here, which I may have moved to another spot. Maybe I put it back in the regular set. That's where I had a card in the middle. I moved it for the mouse. Yeah, I'll find it later. Alex Killorn, Lightning. Mike Riley, Senators. Oliver Bjorkstrand of the Blue Jackets. One thing I wouldn't mind finding out is how to to go into the editing of these videos and try and find a way to speed up certain sections so that when I'm doing these pack rips, maybe after the first couple of normal speeds, do that thing where somebody just kind of speeds through it and makes that part a little bit faster. Artem Asinoff, Senators. Blake Coleman for the Lightning. Marcus Johansson for the Sabres. Dylan Strom of the Blackhawks. And here we go. Jason Robertson of the Stars, our Young Guns card. Nice. Oh, a California native. I don't know. I just don't expect to see a lot of players coming out of places like California. But just on the Leafs here alone, we have Austin Matthews, who's our most prolific scorer. Certainly one of our top 2 talents on the team. He's born in Phoenix, Arizona. Or, actually, I don't know if he's born in Phoenix. I know he's born in Arizona. So you just never know. Like, it's talent comes from anywhere. Jonathan Toews, Blackhawks. Artemi Panarin of the Rangers. I think I got him on one of those checklists earlier, too. Justin Abderlacher. Abdel Kader. Sounds Middle Eastern almost. Red Wings. Okay, let's just go through this first and just get these cards separated. The upper deck ones, and I don't recall having this issue with the toss, but these upper deck cards definitely have a tendency to stick together. Jason Zucker, Penguins. Jonathan Bernier for the Red Wings. William Karlsson, Golden Knights. And here we have one of those pro debuts. Debut date, October 9th. 5th. 2019, Blue Jackets versus the Penguins. Elvis, what's-his-face, had his first start for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Not the greatest start. 7 goals against. if you're gonna have a debut card made for you, I'm sure this is the game you want to give up only like 2 or 3 goals at the most. 7 goals, man. That's not how you want to go down in posterity. All right, I'm sure he's got that card at home. If he's got a sense of humor about himself, oops, yeah, put that over here. If he's got a sense of humor about himself, I guess he might have that one set up somewhere prominent, but that's a little unfortunate. Philip Hronek for the Red Wings. Jonathan Marchessault, again for the Golden Knights. Yeah, I could swear that's a double as well. We were saying that name just not too long ago. Yeah, whatever. Duncan Keith, Blackhawks. Vincent Trocheck for the Hurricanes. On a blaster box before. I thought I had a couple times, and then it turned out to be parallels that I'd gotten instead. Parallels or variants. One time I thought I had pulled 2 Joey Gallo Texas Ranger cards in one pack. I was disappointed, and then filed them away. And then as I was going through it later, I discovered that the cards looked slightly different, and that in fact the one Joey Gallo card was a black parallel, which is one of the more rare parallels, and I was able to actually sell that card off for about $30. But yeah, so that's why I was checking earlier with that other one to see, maybe it was some type of a variant or some type of an insert or something, but no, definitely was a double. I'm pretty sure that one was too. Alex Debrincat, no, whatever, for the Blackhawks. Brady, whatever, for the Hurricanes. Oscar Clefbaum for the Oilers. Doing Upper Deck Portraits. Tuukka Rask for the Bruins. So this is what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's the throwback Upper Deck thing is kind of neat, but I don't know. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's very Saved by the Bell looking for me, which was not my favorite show because it always sucked. I'm sure the new one sucks as well. So I don't know. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. People love it. So, just my opinion. Just one person. Mikko Koskinen, Oilers. Jacob, I'm just going to say Silverberg for the Ducks. Matt Duchene for the Nashville Predators. And I might have no problem with because I used to live in Brampton. Aaron Ekbal for the Panthers. Used to live in Brampton, and Matt Duchene was the best player for the at that time the team that was called the Brampton. Trying to blank on the name. The Brampton. It's old age brain again here. Brampton Battalion. Here we go. I think they've subsequently moved. I know they moved, but I think they moved to. It's either Niagara Falls or St. Catharines. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if they still have the same name. Or they may move somewhere else. Well, regardless of all that, they're not in Brampton anymore. But Matt Duchene was on that team, so we used to, cheer for him quite a bit. So I heard his name hundreds, at least 100 times, being called for scoring a goal for the Battalion. He was definitely their best player. Obviously, he's moved on to the NHL and had a nice long career as a top-level NHLer. So, actually, is that true? Is he top level? Let me check out his stats here. Oh, he's got to be pretty good. He's played for a long time. Oh yeah, 245 career goals, 244 career points, 508 assists, 589 points, averaging, 50 to 70 points a season. Not so great in the plus minus, but that's somewhat misleading stat because sometimes they're defensive specialists and they're always going to be negative. So I'm not quite sure what his role's been. Oh, there we go. So he's from Haliburton, Ontario. Haliburton, the epitome of a small town. It's a little tiny, if anybody doesn't know, it's a little tiny cottage community up in Ontario here. When I was a kid, my grandfather had a cottage up on Haliburton, a lake called Little Lake Kinesis. It was connected to Lake Kinesis. Anyways, that's the Haliburton area, so that's where he's from. It's tiny. I mean, it's like a gas station, a restaurant, and like a grocery store, maybe a laundromat and some stuff like that. I mean, that's a little town. Jack Geinsel for the Penguins. Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. I mean, definitely going down as one of the greatest players of all time. Probably top 5, right? He's got to be up there. He's up there. He's with Gretzky and the Rocket and Mario Lemieux and some of the older players that I'm not giving proper credit to, respect to, but I mean, these gotta be definitely in the top 5 talents of hockey of all time. And look at his age. I mean, I'm not saying he's an old man by any stretch. He's younger than me, but yeah, he's 7 years younger than me. So he's 35 actually. So he's not old, but he's still putting up the points, man. It's I forget which stat it is that he's close to potentially catching Gretzky for, or maybe I'm wildly off base, but I think goals he's not. I should shut up. I don't know. I know Gretzky had like 100 goal season, so he might not be close. But God, what a career! I mean, Ovechkin, what a great player. Nikita Gusev, Devils. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. Another NHL Worldwide. Jack Eichel for the United States. At the backs. Yeah, sharp looking card. Just like the other one. JT Miller, Canucks. Mika Zibanejad for the Rangers. Feels like a name I said earlier, but maybe it's something else. Alexander Radulov for the Stars. Daddy needs to get some sleep. There's another canvas card. We shall come back to that. These cards, they stick together like crazy. I don't know if it must be just a coating something. I don't know if it's part of the manufacturing process they got put together and they kind of stick a little bit, or if it's just the texture and they're just sitting for long times. Before they get open, Jacob Trouba for the Rangers. Joe Pavelski, Stars. Alex Iafallo for the Kings. Nick Leddy for the Islanders. Ryan Johansson, Nashville, Upper Deck Canvas. Nashville Strong. Nashville Strong? Not sure the Nashville. They usually do the, X City here Strong when there's been some kind of a shooting. So the Vegas Strong and the Boston Strong and the New York Strong and so on and so forth. I'm not aware of any shootings in Nashville. I mean, I'm sure there's shootings, but not like one of those catastrophic terrorist attacks or shootings or anything. But I try not to follow the news too much because it's so full of shit. So I could just be missing out on something. Blake Lizotte for the Kings. Anders Lee, no, I got that one earlier, for the Islanders. And Alexander Wenberg for the Blue Jackets. I know I got that one too. All right. Again, look for that playlist. That'll be coming out about that point. Adam Fox, Rangers. Tyler Seguin, Stars. Tyler Seguin. I think I remember him from the OHL too. I think he made... I'm probably just thinking of it having an exciting draft here. Braden Point for the Lightning. Upper Deck Portraits. Thomas Chabot, whatever. Senators. I'm not going to get into it. You know my opinions on those cards, but it's a hit. Anyway, hit card. Steve Stamkos, Lightning. Patrick Hornqvist for the Penguins. Ilya Samsonov, Capitals. Kyle Palmieri for the Devils. His name, I don't think his name is Kevin Stevens, but it's something like that. I swear there's some kind of a name like that. I can't remember. The guy was missing teeth. That's true for most defensemen, so it doesn't matter. Colton Parayko for the Blues. Adrian Kempe for the Kings. John Marino, Penguins. Kirill Ustimenko for the Flyers, Young Guns. This one's new to me. He's from Belarus. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that one there. I'm not really familiar with him, so I'm not sure if that's like a huge hit card or... I mean, I think I would have caught that name if it was like a big price one. So it's probably kind of a mediocre-ish for a hit card, but I'll find out later. TJ Oshie, Capitals. Robert Thomas, Blues. Ryan O'Reilly, Blues, great player. Yeah. What position? Center? Yeah, I just remember he was very impressive to watch. Anze Kopitar for the Kings. I don't know. Which isn't to say that he hasn't since. I just mean particularly that year they won the cup. I just remember seeing and hearing a lot about him. All right. There's can't be that many Elvises in the league, so I'm pretty sure that's a double. Blue Jackets. Peter Moravec for the Hurricanes. Brendan Gallagher, the Canadians. Peyton Krebs for the Golden Knights, Young Guns. Sure. Martin Nikas, Hurricanes. Jeff Petrie, Canadians. Josh Manson, Ducks. Carter Hutton for the Sabres. Minute video on breaking a hobby box, but we'll see. Mark Sheffley, Jets. Evander Kane, Sabres, Sharks, Igor Shitstorm, Rangers. Lucas Carlson, Young Gun, Blackhawks. There we go, another Young Gun. Not the one we're looking for, but still. Frank Vetrano for the Panthers. Nate Schmidt for the Golden Knights. Alex Goligoski for the Coyotes. And Zach Cassian for the Oilers. Riley Smith. There it goes. The Golden Knights. Marcus Zuccarello for the Wild. John Moore, Bruins. Brock Bozer, Canucks. I've said that in quite a bit. Yeah, he's a pretty good goal scorer in non-pandemic shortened seasons. Anze Kopitar of the Kings, Upper Deck Canvas. There we go. That is just a very relaxed look. I think they would go for more of an action one that could be a nicer picture. 14 seasons, that guy's been around for a while. Lots of points. Yeah. Uber relaxed. There you go there. Brandon Tanev for the Penguins. Mark Stone, Golden Knights. And Alex Stalock for the Wild. On the screen here, it starts to fill up pretty quick. Victor Hedman, Tampa Bay Lightning. Bobby Ryan for the Senators. Sergei Bobrovsky, Penguins. No, not Penguins, Panthers. JT Compher for the Avalanche. UD Portraits. Roman Josi for Nashville. I will trade all of my portraits for a Alex Lafreniere, but nobody in their right mind would take that trade. Kirby Dash, Blackhawks. Will Butcher, Devils. And Thatcher Demko for the Canucks. I think it was one of... They said there was only 4 found. I think there's 8 left. So I guess it was one of 12 type of card situation, and somebody who paid $13,000 for it. I can't imagine anybody ever paying that much for a card, but thank God they do, because if you find it, you make some money. Rickard Rackle, Ducks. Shea Weber, Canadians. Brock Nelson, Islanders. Colin White, Senators. Gabe Velarde for the Kings, Young Guns. Nobody has impressive stats from the minors because they shut down so early on into the season. So, Jonas Donskoy for the Avalanche. Darcy Quemper, Coyotes. Martin Jones for the Sharks. Finish off. Roughly, I would assume they want to finish off at the time that they would normally finish off so that next year they can start up when they would normally start up, because with the vaccine basically coming out now, it seems like we're just around the corner from everything starting to return to normal. Alex Touch, Golden Knights. Darnell Nurse, Oilers. Alex Kerfoot, Maple Leafs. Predominant for Connor McDavid. I imagine the Connor McDavid one must actually be pretty sought after, because everything for Connor McDavid is pretty sought after. Like I said, I collected Tim Hortons Upper Decks. That's what it was. I said I had another predominant card somewhere. I must have put it back in the stack earlier. Like I said, I collect the Upper Deck Tim Hortons cards as well. And everything Connor McDavid is worth a lot more money than whatever else, because he's just constantly in. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Connor McDavid. Kaylor Yamamoto of the Oilers. Mitch Marner, Maple Leafs. Gabriel Landeskog for the Avalanche. And Josh Morrissey of the Jets. 2 packs left. Really wanted to, was really hoping I was going to pull that Lafreniere from here. Oh well. Nick Dowd, Capitals. William Nylander of the Maple Leafs. Keith Yandel, Panthers. Damn it. Colton Perioko, Upper Deck Canvas. I'm going to say because that card's the realization that it's not in this pack. And there's only 1 pack left. Philip Forsberg, Nashville Predators.